Jezza,
Loving the rip. What's up, mate?
Once again, I've forgotten to change the graphics. This is now
Sweet.
the third show in a row with the same graphic. It's fantastic. And
Wonder
I
why
think
all
even
those followers are pouring in, mate. I put it all on you.
I know it's funny. Like I asked you before, are we ready to go? And you're like, I'm
Yeah.
ready. What about you? Yeah.
No. Well, I'm
Here we
not.
are.
I say I don't know. I don't know, but I'll follow your lead and we'll see how it goes. Your lead is shit.
My
Just so
lead
you
is
know.
fantastic. Today, Friday, let's just have a chat about the weekend ahead. So much sport now heading into winter. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
First round of Formula One. I want to hit that first. FP1 at Albert
All right.
Park, done and dusted. How are you feeling
FP2
with
done
your?
as well.
Oh, really? I missed that.
Mm.
How are you feeling with your predictions for the weekend?
It's looking good. I'm red hot on Ferrari this season. I don't know. I'm on this emotional roller coaster of Lewis Hamilton. Never really been a Lewis Hamilton fan, but just decided this year to be a Lewis Hamilton fan. Sorry, I just mucked around with my microphone there. It was a little bit off. Just following your lead. But yeah, so all about Ferrari, but I think Leclerc's going to have a really big year. I don't know, everyone's expecting something really, really massive from Lewis Hamilton, and it'd be the storybook fairy tale for Hamilton to win the championship. But I think Leclerc's going to benefit a lot from having Hamilton there. He brings in all of his experience, all of his world championship experience, all of his race win experience, and it might just be exactly what Leclerc needs. He's sort of been on the brink for a while in Formula One of being close to being a world champion, but never really been in the car. He's made some mistakes, can really struggle in some of these high pressure situations. But last year, he finally won Monaco. I see him sort of building, and I think Ferrari have been on the brink of being a real competitor consistently. Last year, they were sort of in patches. They were the best team. Now with Hamilton there, I think he can improve the team and expect a lot from Leclerc. When it comes to Australia, Leclerc won in 2022. They got a 1-2 last year. Sainz won Australia, and Leclerc comes second. So I don't know. All eyes are on Lando Norris. I picked him for pole over at bets, but I think Leclerc's gonna have the race pace and get the win. So and it started off really well. Lando topped free practice one. Sainz in the Williams was second fastest in free practice one. So that's pretty cool. I think Williams should do well. There's a lot of promise there, I think. And then
Yeah, I'm
Leclerc
almost
finished
on
third.
those two to get in the points for this race. Like,
Yeah.
just look at the who else is going to be there. There's spots for the Williams guys to take some points this week, so I'm backing them both in
Yeah.
for some points.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's with all these rookies, as long as they can stay out of trouble, and it's supposed to rain on Sunday.
Oh,
So
really?
it's like 30 degrees Friday, Saturday, and then showers and a bit of rain in the afternoon. So it could be an absolute wild ride. It just might be about staying safe. But yeah, the
Yeah.
McLarens look fast. Red Bull looks fairly solid. Ferraris look good. So yeah, but there'll be
But
some surprises every week.
Hamilton was down, I think, in 14th in FP1, but up to 5th in FP2.
Yeah.
The Racing Bulls were bullshit in FP1, but now top 6, both of them in FP2. But it's so hard to know what they're doing as well with
Yeah.
regards to their setups and what they're testing in these different practice sessions. And like you say, if it comes down to a wet race, then none of this really makes makes any sort of
No.
difference.
No. No, it could be absolutely wild.
Mm.
Yeah. So expect some crazy results. I think definitely worth if you're chucking a few bucks on to throw a couple of roughies in there because if it
Yeah.
rains, be anyone's street circuit, be crashes.
Be good. Well, it's good to see Piastri signed a long term deal with McLaren just recently. He'll be there for a
Yeah.
while now, and kind of follows the longevity of the Australian drivers in Formula One that have had all been there for quite long periods of time. So another one that's secured his future. It's pretty cool.
Because Mick Doohan's going to get the arse after 3 races, like we said.
No, I mean, he outpaced
So good that
Gasly in
Piastri threw out.
FP1.
Yeah, he might thrive under pressure.
And FP2.
Yeah, but the McLaren fight's going to be interesting because they've said it's a clean slate this year. So Piastri's going to go out hard the first few races and try and pull rank and hope that Norris has a crash here or there or something like that or some bad results, because then all of a sudden they got to play team orders again because that's what they did last year.
But you reckon that, like, if it's the other way around, do you reckon they do it, or if they're just saying that to keep them both going at the start of the season?
I don't know. They've both got potential. Piastri's got potential. He's a Formula 2 winner as well. So you never know. It's going to be good. It's a good season. Good long season.
You're not wrong about that. 23 races ahead?
Yeah.
Finishing up first weekend of December. So
Warriors just scored again.
Oh,
for all you updating. Yeah.
I turned it off because I was worried about your internet affecting having the footy on affecting your internet. But
yeah, well, no, my internet's good. I can stream and watch at the same time. I'm having a ball.
Your audio is about half a frame off of your visuals, to me at least.
It's worth it.
To watch the Warriors score against Manly.
Yeah, all right, I'll turn it off.
I don't care. You keep it on. It's good with updates. Speaking of the NRL, what games? You looking forward to Titans getting their first game for the weekend?
Their first win of the season against the Doggies.
Imagine if they come out and beat the Doggies. Like I'm unders on the Dogs this year. I don't think they're going to make the 8. I reckon they're still going to struggle to score points. But wouldn't it be fun if the Titans come out and give them a hiding in round 1 or round 2?
Well, anything's possible after watching the AFL yesterday, man. Like after watching Carlton get dusted by Richmond, especially leading 34-7 after the first quarter and then just getting done. So anything is possible.
Before we get back into NRL stuff, did you see Rando's post about the biggest wins, like biggest odds wins from a team?
No.
So I don't know how you figure it. Like, and there's obviously, I think it was maybe just AFL or maybe AFL and NRL or whatever. But I think the Tigers were $10 to beat Carlton yesterday, and I think they still ranked 6th in the list. I was trying to bring it up. You can fill some talk to me. Fill some talk.
Fill some talk. Talk some fill. But I don't know. We were talking about NRL and then we started talking about AFL. But then we can go back to the NRL. It's going to be. Yeah, I didn't think Canterbury were that hot either. They played Saints last week. They look good.
No, you can stop. Biggest AFL upsets by betting odds. So the one at the top was the West Coast beating the Bulldogs in 2023, and they were at $14.71.
Wow.
And then Gold Coast have spots 2 and 3. And then down in 5, 6, 7, 8th spot. Gold Coast are also in 7th spot. And then Richmond, $10.50.
My boys, I got my Gold Coast hat on today.
Yeah, love it.
It's my favourite hat. It's completely irrelevant now with the new logo.
Yeah, but NRL, if the Titans have a good game, I think they can. Like, they have that attacking power, and Bulldogs' defense is good, but start of the season, you never know match fitness and stuff like that. Like, Titans could give them a run.
Yeah. They the Titans sort of, they're hit and miss. I think it's all about their halves and how all that clicks and how all that goes together. I think, but they definitely have the engine room to compete with the Bulldogs, and you play some smart field position with some kicking. Because the Bulldogs, they look good in the first half with their defense, and then they just got pumped down that. I don't know. It would have been their right side. It was the Dragons' left side attack that scored 3 tries. So, yeah, anything is possible. Any other NRL games you're looking forward to this weekend?
Obviously, Panthers Roosters a little bit later today, but the
Are
I
you
think
looking
Eels
forward to
and
that? Are you really looking
yeah,
forward to that game? Is it
yeah.
going to be a good game?
I think everybody's discounted the Roosters this year, but
Right.
it's normal. It's
So
they're shit at the start of the season, and then they just
yeah,
figure it
that's why
out.
this game's going to be shit. That's why
But you,
I backed Penrith minus 18.5, I think.
oh, Penrith don't do
But
massive blowout wins though.
no, except against the Roosters. They've won.
Mm.
They've won. Yeah, I think the stat on there is 6 of the last 8 have been by 20 plus.
Oh, really?
I want to say. I
Shit.
want to say that. Where's the headless chooks? Sydney, the
Roosters.
headless chickens is the headline of my article on bets. Mainly,
All
it's
right,
used to attack you.
Roosters money line. Get on it.
Yeah, Penrith minus 20.5. Actually, I'm on.
Hmm.
It's massive.
But Eels and Tigers, I think, is on Sunday as well. I think we're going to get a bit more of a view of the Eels without Mitch Moses, but also their new playing ranks, and if Jason Earls makes any adjustments from the drubbing they received last week, and then also the
Mm,
Tigers. I think they played well. They just looked out on their feet. Their fitness looked. They just looked shot in that last 10 minutes of the game. They couldn't keep up with the Knights, who just kept rolling through the middle. I think
mm,
if they've got that game under their belt and coming into this one against the Eels, who don't have that same attacking force. I think that's almost understated for Newcastle, just how they roll up the field and just
yeah,
keep you moving the whole time. And
yeah,
if your fitness isn't good, you're gone. But the
yeah.
Eels aren't like that. So I think the Tigers might have a bit more of a chance to. I think this game could be very close. And, the old golden point early in the season, I don't know how many of those have hit
Mm.
in the last couple of years, but this could be one of those games.
Yeah, Cherry just went off injured, just so you know. Went down the tunnel. Looked like lower body, ankle, leg, or something. But yeah, the
Terrible.
Tigers, man, they
Lower, you got to let me say my jokes. Lower body, is
no,
that lower
sorry.
neck for him then, or?
Yeah. Whoa. um, but yeah, the Tigers also get back Coruscant, Charlie Staines, Buller, Tua.
Mm.
So their attack should be better. I was a bit disappointed. I've got Luai in my super coach. And he scored like 50, 55, but I was like, it's a little bit soft. But if they get all this attacking firepower back, so they can be high octane attack. Missed high octane word. Luai should get some more points, but so it should be a good game. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the
Buller. It seems
Tigers
like
kick
they've
away.
missed Buller
Mm,
at the back. He's a little bit different game to, was it Heath Mason they had there last week,
mm,
whatever his name is. A much bigger body and can get it out of his own end a bit better, and
yeah,
having that backup force. So I reckon the Tigers are in with a good shot
mm,
in that one. Super coach
yeah.
though,
Their backline, yeah.
how you looking? Happy
Now,
with your team?
like, not really. Mate, when are you ever happy with you? Whenever you're ever happy with your team.
I'm pretty happy with my team.
Uh,
Are you
how
going
many
for
points did you score
overall
last
this
week?
year or head to head?
I don't know. I'm stuck in two worlds because now I've never played overall before, but now I'm in an overall with some boys we do the basketball fix with. And yeah, I don't know. But you got to give up that. Is it the same? Like you can't be good at head to head. Like head to head, sometimes you make tactical trades against people that you're playing that might make your team weaker, but you safe yourself so you don't lose. So but in theory, if you're just trying to pick the team that scores the most amount of points, then that should win. But it doesn't mean you make the right decisions in picking the guys that are supposed to score the most amount of points.
Okay,
So
maybe not. You're more inclined to shoot for the stars in overall than take the safe
yeah,
option in a head to head.
yeah. But sometimes the safe option gets you more points because you make stupid mistakes when you're shooting for the stars because you're not high octane enough.
But in all the years of playing head to head and keeping it safe, we've never really been in the top of overall anyway. So I don't know if
No,
that mindset kind of equates, but
yeah, that's true. Oh, we'll see. What are you? Are you playing in? Are you in the basketball fix group?
Yeah. Or ahead of the game.
Yeah. Ahead of the game.
Not ahead of the game. Love of the
No,
game.
love of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we steal his or did he steal ours?
We definitely stole his.
He's been around for a while.
You should get him on. Talk some NBL
Huh?
1 or local basketball stuff.
Yeah, and he's right into the footy too, isn't he? A Canterbury supporter, Parra supporter, or something. Yeah, sweet. Maybe next Friday.
Get him on.
Yeah,
there's heaps NRL. I don't know, Raiders Broncos. It's a historic kind of matchup. I like it, but I don't know if it's the same feeling in 2025. I think the Broncos should kill them. Sharks should down the Cowboys. Dragons put 40 on the Rabbitohs a month ago.
Yeah.
Doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence.
Hard. Nah, that game's really hard. I think
Dragons, Rabbitohs.
Hard tipping. Yeah, you just don't really know what you're going to get from the Rabbits. No. They should still be good, but I'm just not quite sure.
All right, let's have a quick break, team. Come back AFL? And speak some AFL. You and your microphone adjustments.
Yeah, because I didn't. When you asked me if I was ready before we started, my microphone was up against the wall. Wasn't even in any sort of position close to my face.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to slowly move it so it's giving you better sound.
I haven't noticed any difference in your sound. So is it going through the microphone? It must be if I'm hearing the.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, it's on mute now.
There you go.
Well, there you go. You're ahead of the game today, son.
It's fine. Well, not really.
Hawthorn Essendon have just started. Hawks scored a goal. Essendon scored a goal. But that game yesterday, man, Richmond and Carlton, like, how can you give up that lead to the team that's predicted to come last? Poor effort.
Rubbish. Like, I was just following the score, actually, more than actually watching it. So I don't have a expert analysis, but it just unable to kick goals. Like, and nobody really sort of leading in any statistical areas. Richmond would just seem to control the ball, have all the forward pressure. Like, what happened? Carlton aren't that bad. Like, is it? Do you think it's because Richmond are so? There's no way to prepare for Richmond. Like, next week, the team can look at Carlton, the Carlton game, and prepare better. But
there's still a heap of guys in Richmond that are like, they're not all new players, and the squad isn't complete. They've still got some veterans on the team, and they know, like, they're not a completely different team to what they were last season. So I think the preparation around having them as an opponent is not something you can, excuse or put the blame on. I think it was just the hunger. You've seen. Like, I almost think maybe Carlton got out to a lead and switched off a little bit and thought, oh, we got this in the bag. And then you just seen Richmond come back and they were hungry and they was on the ball and they were backing each other up and they were making tackles and then like momentum. And we've spoken about it so much on our videos, on bets, and like, momentum in AFL is so important, and it just can. I mean, like we've seen, it can bring you out of the depths of hell and put you on the steps of glory.
Whoa, what a line! But like, I don't see, like, I can, I see that happen when you've got two good teams going up against each other that are similar caliber teams, and it's all about momentum swings but the class of Carlton over the class and experience of Richmond, you would think that after a quarter break, halftime, after halftime, I think the third quarter they kicked 6-7 points or something. So it's like, how does that happen? You have time to reset. Your coach goes off his rocker. Bossy must have been losing his shit. And then you come out and have a even worse quarter. Like, you've played enough footy, you've got enough games under your belt in that team to be able to go, okay, we just need to do this and we're going to get back in the game. We need to just win this battle or that battle or this part of the game, or move the ball forward, or go harder into the contest, commit more guys, take away guys. There should be something adjustment that you can make and get on top. Right? That's what the good teams do. So Carlton, not a good team. Do we put a line through them already?
It just kind of shows a bit how fragile elite sports stars are mentally. Like, and it's not a dig at them. It's like, I think confidence at this level, it's so easy to lose it, and you start second guessing yourself, and then all of a sudden you're not going into the contest, or you're making a decision which from the outside looks like you don't have any effort, but you're trying to make a decision, 2 steps ahead, and it's always the wrong one because you're in the wrong frame of mind and you're in the wrong headspace. And then multiply that by 22 guys, and it's different if you're in a team sport that's like 5 people and 3 or 2 aren't pulling their weight. You can adjust a little bit more, but 22 guys and the same percentage aren't pulling their weight. There's a lot more area on the field for your opponent to take advantage of you.
Yeah, but in that same aspect, it's like, okay, well, you've got 22 guys. All of those guys with all of that experience can't be all making those wrong decisions all the time. You should be able to find that balance somewhere in your team to be able to get over the opponent. But I don't know. I guess you do. You fall into quicksand and you make up for that guy because he makes a decision. So you are forced to make a decision maybe that you wouldn't make because you're trying to bail out your mate. That's
And
dumb.
I think if you see somebody else not putting the effort or making the wrong decision, then your motivation gets a hit, and you're like, "Oh, come on, man, do that extra work or make
Yeah,
that right
yeah.
decision." And then while you're sitting thinking about that, your players run
I've
away
seen
from
that
you.
when you play footy.
Yeah, it's me screaming
Classic
at everybody
Ryan.
else.
Yeah. Takes your head out of the game because you're worried about telling
But I
everyone
still
that
make
they're
the play.
shit.
That's the difference.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Grand final
It's the
rematch,
individual
Sydney
game.
Brisbane. Is it
Yeah.
we're going to see a repeat of the grand final score, or you reckon it's going to be tables turned?
No, it's not going to be tables turn. I think Brisbane have got still too much class. The Swans are still struggling with injuries. They even got another big injury last week. So I think they're just in a bit of trouble until they can get some guys on the park. I think these bigger games, when they're playing sort of predicted top 8 teams, they're gonna have a tough time. Like, they might win a few as well. I think they still have the depth. They've still got a good squad, a good core squad, but they're going to struggle against the top teams. And Brisbane basically have the same team on the pitch that won the premiership. So yeah, I think they win that battle. They have so much forward pressure, and I think that's gonna be the difference. They just put the ball in the 50 and then work it out. Sydney have good backs, but they're gonna just do too much work. It's the same type of thing that happened against Hawthorn last week. They did the same thing, just forward pressure, and in the end, even though the Swans fought back a little bit there for a while, in the end, you just get worn out because there's just too much defending going on, working the ball out of your own end. So I think it's going to be pretty much the same in that one.
You reckon the good old Suns in their new kit, do they get their first road win of the season and reinvigorate themselves? Like, I was at the start of last year, I said they're going to make finals in 2 of the next 3 years. So now they can't let me
It's
down
got to
this
go
year.
2 from 2.
2 from 2.
Yeah. Like, I hope so. West Coast are still a shambles. Like, they've still got a lot of work to do before they're going to be competing
New coach as well this year.
consistently. What's that?
They got a new coach this year as well.
Yeah, so that can obviously help them straight away, or it can be like a slow burn, and they build with the new system. So, but Yeah, I think the Gold Coast should build. Obviously, Hardwick had that first year. He promised finals last year, Hardwick, and they couldn't get away wins. I'm pretty sure they got pumped in their corresponding match last year against West Coast in West Coast. So it's always a tough task. I think going up, no matter how good or bad Freo or the Eagles are in that year, it's always tough to go to Perth and play in Perth. So
Yeah.
it's always a big challenge. But I don't know. I'll back them. Are you backing them on
I'm
bets?
backing the Suns.
You got to write that today.
Yeah, I got
Who's
all
the favourite?
3 Sunday games.
Who's the favourite?
It's got to be the Suns, right? You can't have West Coast. West Coast at home. You possibly have a favourite, but
Why won't it load up?
No, Gold Coast 10.5
Suns
points.
at 10.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a
Are they
good
going to
number.
cover? Or do you take the 154 on the money?
I'll be looking at team totals there, I think.
Oh.
NBL Finals, Game 3. My Hawkies, they were disgusting again in Game 2, but were able to get across the line. What do you reckon Game 3 holds in store?
It is such a tough series, isn't it? Like, it really, really, really is. Like, it's anyone's game. We saw that, I think, in both of them.
Yeah.
Like, Melbourne go to Illawarra, and the game is in the balance there for a while. Melbourne kick on, and then what? I love that picture you sent me of Goulding's shot from 3 to win the game. That's like the ball's like over half in the bucket, and somehow spins out.
Like, I don't understand the physics of how it gets out of the basket in that situation. It's unreal.
Yeah, insane. I'm getting trolled by a guy on the internet on bets because I'm a really bad NBL tipper, and I was like,
it's getting to you, isn't it?
one third of the ball away from hitting all 3 in that game in a series that's like 50-50.
Yeah,
and I'm just getting pumped by this.
Be better.
Yeah, I just got to be better. No. I've
now,
got to be consistent.
I reckon Illawarra take this one as well. I said I had a massive argument last week with Josh on air about how this series would unfold, and once again, I've proved myself better basketball knowledge than that dude. So I hope he's watching. Josh Higgins, Basketball Fix.
Yeah.
Put him in the show notes so he can skip right to this point.
Yeah.
But no, it could have, like I said, it could have gone in any direction. And I think Illawarra was so lucky because I've spoken about it so much this season on the Basketball Fix podcast that Illawarra, when they get into crunch situations, their offense fails. They don't get up the court and pass the ball around. It's bailout shots, and that's exactly what that Tyler Harvey shot was. How can you, in a inbound play, like, I understand the gravity of the moment at Tyler Harvey going, give me the ball, but you're not Luka Doncic, you're not Steph Curry, and even those guys in these type of matches, they at least get some offense going first, pass the ball around the team, see if there's any other shots. Okay, we've got the shot clock. When it gets down to 10, give me the ball, and then I'll go. They threw the inbound to Harvey, and then he jacked up the shot from 3 over the head of Jack White, I think it was. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's the worst play you could draw up to try and win a game 2, which effectively would probably decide the grand final series. If they lose that game, I don't see them coming back to win. No. And I'm just like, multiple times throughout that last couple of minutes of that game, they just went up the floor. Will Hickey dribbled it up and then ran to the basket and put up a shot, or one pass to Trey Kell and put up a shot. It's just like, boys, come on, play some offense.
Yeah. I think like those inbound plays, there's there's one way to do it where you obviously see the guard or whoever is going to take the shot tries to hold the ball and just create the space themselves. Sometimes you see Bryce Cotton do it in the NBL where he just gets the ball and it's like, okay, he's going to take the shot. He's just going to work. But you see then his guys working for him to create the screens and that's what he uses. Or you pass the ball around to try and create space for the guy that's going to shoot. But like this one-off stuff is just, it's mind-blowing. Like you were never going to that was just luck. It's pure luck. You just jack up a shot off balance over like a monster in Jack White. Like, yeah, it is crazy.
The shot,
so I don't know.
And a regular 3-point shot, there's still 35 or 36, 38%. Like you're putting your whole championship on a 38% play, and it's an even worse percentage in that spot from that position with that defender. Like I think that the odds of hitting that or the percentage of that going in, I reckon would be below 20%. And I cannot for the life of me believe that the Hawks put the whole championship on a 18% play. Like it baffles me.
What do you think about the big stat? I think for me in that second game was Illawarra had more offensive rebounds than they had defensive rebounds. They had 22 offensive rebounds to 20 defensive rebounds. It was an issue in the first game because Melbourne did a similar thing to them, but that's still sort of I don't know. It's a massive stat. There's not often you see that you out offensive stat your offensive rebound, your defensive rebounds.
Well, it seemed like a premeditated kind of game plan to get in, get some O boards, and cause fouls on the big guys of Melbourne, like Marcus Lee, I think Rob Lowe, Jack White. All of them had foul trouble early, which then opened up the space for, Froling and even HJ Lee took some boards. And I think as well, you look at the amount of threes they took in the game, Illawarra, were much, much lower because they were trying to get to the basket. And if you're doing those type of plays, there's almost always going to be more chances for offensive rebounds because if you think Froling is going to go turn and put up, 50% of the shots are going to bounce out. And then that means you're getting an extra opportunity to take another offensive rebound. So those opportunities become more apparent and the volume increases with the style of play of getting to the basket and getting down low instead of jacking up from three, which has been big for Illawarra this season and why they've won a lot of games. They're one of the best 3-point shooter teams. I think the best 3-point shooting team in the league. So it's definitely a game plan thing. And I think it worked to some aspect, but they should have capitalized on it better.
Yeah. But with 22 offensive rebounds, I think that where's the summary? They only scored 15 second chance points. So they're getting all these extra chances, but they didn't convert on them.
No. So if it's just you go pure field goal percentage on those baskets, you're probably looking at a 40% hit rate then, which is not that bad, but should have been better considering all the other factors when you weigh into it. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see game 3, and I'm hoping the Hawkies get up and take
Are you tipping the Hawks
of this series? Yeah. Oh, got that one to ride as well today.
You're busy.
Big day ahead.
We better go.
Good chatting, mate. See you Monday for a wrap-up of the weekend.
Yeah. Shit that happened.
GPT KOs.
Oh, is that Mondays? Nice.
Mondays.
I love that.
Love that.
Yeah. Who are we on? We need to get some requests. If you're listening this long into our 34-minute show, write who you want to see go head-to-head in Chat GPT KO. And we'll see if we like it. And if we don't, then we won't put it on. We'll choose it ourselves.
Follow us and find us. Subscribe, like, share, and
hang with us, and you'll stay ahead of the game.